Greetings, you treasured landmarks and powerful pirates. In today's video, right before we gotta move, I gotta talk to you guys about a heater of a weapon, okay? This is one of those weapons, because in Borderlands games, we always have a pair of a king and queen related sort of set of weapons. Borderlands 3, we had our king and queen's call. This game, we have the King's Gambit, already did a video on that. And we also have the Queen's Rest. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Obviously, the Queen's Rest is farmable from Callus the Ripper Queen. Obviously, she's located in the fallen crown of the Elpis Orbital Shatter Field in the northern part of the Carcadia Burn. Now, here's the thing about this weapon that I really do like about it. So, this is a torgue pistol, and as far as I'm aware, this torgue pistol, it always does roll with that Ripper license mag, which I know some people aren't the biggest fan of, but I feel like on this weapon, you can definitely get over it, deal with it, at least in my opinion. But with it being a torgue pistol, it means it's always going to come with the ability to shoot stickies at an enemy, and as we know, stickies always can build up their own damage of the subsequent next sticky explosion. As this one reads here, because this is a pistol, it's going to increase the explosion damage by 10% each time. Obviously, for other weapons like SMGs or pistols, it's maybe like 2 or 3, 4%. Shotguns can be, 17%. Snipers, same thing. This bad boy is nice, smooth little 10%, but that's not necessarily where everything lies here, because the legendary perk of this weapon has some very, very awesome synergy with both the Jacob's License accessory and our torgue sticky. So Royal Armory is a legendary perk on this weapon that allows it to fire high speed rounds, and damaging enemies is going to give it a 50% chance to spawn a homing sticky projectile. The thing is that this perk doesn't only proc on the initial time like you hit a target with the first bullet, it'll also proc on a sticky explosion, a torgue impact explosion, and sometimes whenever these projectiles spawn after you shoot one, and then when they hit the enemy, that instance in which they hit the enemy can cause another sticky to spawn, and because you're doing another instance of damage, it can once again cause another homing projectile to go out, come back down and hit it, and make another sticky, thus leading to this weapon essentially being one of the only weapons that can truly create its own infinite torgue sticky chain, which can allow for some absurdities to go down. When it comes to bossing, this is one of the best bossing torgue weapons in the game in terms of bossing with torgue weapons, loading them up with stickies, and then blowing them all up at once, but it's also a very strong mobbing weapon as well. And if you get that juicy Jacob's License accessory, yeah, you know what this means, man. This means that we are now going to be able to ricochet on crits, and those ricochets are going to be able to do the same thing on our main target through the Royal Armory legendary perk, allowing for some crazy situations like this to where you get an infinite torgue sticky chain on an enemy you're not even aiming at. Now, obviously, I'm using the testing dummies just to show this example off, but it's genuinely pretty darn insane, and because it's Borderlands, a little bit silly, and we love that good stuff. This weapon's legendary and unique in the fact that it has so many ways in which it can just create this massive torgue sticky chain with next to little setup on your actual character side, as not requiring any like specking, any specific gear. All it is, it's built in on our Queen's Rest here. Make the initial sticky. If it's a crit, it's going to ricochet to a nearby target. When on ricochet and our normal target, it's going to spawn the homing sticky projectile to hit and damage, and if those crit, it can create another ricochet to create another projectile, and when those hit, those also have a chance to create another torgue sticky, and it's just an infinite loop and loop and loop, and it can go on for a very, very long time, and why I think this weapon is so freaking cool and just so freaking awesome. On any build where you can make your crits even easier to come across, you're going to find that this weapon has a lot of power packed inside of it, ready for you to unleash across Kairos. Now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let us go ahead and head on over to the live portion of the video, and let's get a little bit active out there, shall we? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our Queen's Rest here and the setup that we're going to be using it for the video for the showcase. So first off, I want to give a shout out to the homie GentlesirGaming. He was very, very kind enough to drop me this copy of the Queen's Rest. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. A link to his channel will be towards the top of the description if you would like to check him out. Once again, shout outs to you, my man. Now, talking just a little bit more specifically about the Queen's Rest is that it's always going to drop with a torgue fart because it is a torgue pistol, so it obviously have a roll sticky. And then for this one, we were lucky to get some Juicer Jacobs. And as far as I'm aware, this weapon comes with the Ripper mag. And I know people don't like the Ripper mag, but for this particular weapon, it's not too bad. It's not like anything like how it is for the whiskey that just makes it outright insane. But we are able to do some really nice stuff with this weapon, especially with its legendary perk, Royal Armory. Fires high speed rounds, and damaging enemies has a 50% chance to spawn a homing sticky projectile. And yes, those projectiles can make other stickies that can make even more stickies. So this gun is generating these torque stickies almost crazier than other weapons. And to compare and help out with that, my friend, guess what? We're gonna slap on this juicy Watts for Dinner shield, as we have the God Roll Watts for Dinner shield, courtesy of Gentle Sir. Once again, I'm telling you guys, Gentle Sir, that's my homie right there. That's the man, the legend. He'd be helping your boy get some gear to help show you guys, put you guys on some game. Can't do it without you guys. We are all in this together. Siphon and Amp, one of the best shields in the entire game. Free extra shock damage, amp damage, and you're gonna be getting your overshield just about all the time. This thing is going to cook. And because we do have a Jacob's license accessory on our Queen's Rest, we are able to run our scatter shot and get the bonuses for it, which is fracking awesome. As a scatter shot is one of my top 3 favorite enhancements in the entire game. Look, I only have this here solely for the firmware. Y'all know me and my 3 out of 3 Deadeye firmware. We go back, we homie, we're tight. That's why it's here. And of course we have the Skeptic so that we don't have any downtime really on our action skill. And then for our rep kit, I just have an amp and an enrage on here. Nothing too crazy, but definitely a good purple rep kit to have. That's why I have it. Just not committed to any firmware on it. I'll be honest, dude, when it comes to firmware, I really wish that we could keep the initial piece of gear that the firmware was on instead of having it be destroyed, but it is what it is. Here is our Green Tree Harlow. As we know, Green Tree Harlow is very, very nasty. As Excited State is what really helps us out here. We gain increased crit damage. And then whenever we damage an enemy with our action skill, aka whenever we just have our little Halo buddy up, we're gonna be doing guaranteed automatic crits. So that's how we rock this bad boy up. Specialization is still nothing, dude. I don't ever respect this for videos. So with a little bit more running down into the setup, let's go ahead and have some fun with this bad boy. And I do want to show you guys just exactly how fun this can be on the target dummies in just like the right setting with how many stickies this thing can create. Obviously in a mobbing scenario and even in a bossing scenario, I'm not going to be able to truly show you the true craziness just because all of the enemies are, oh, they're gonna get folded, okay? They're gonna get folded if we do that. I'm just letting you guys know. And you could obviously use it in the impact version, but come on, dude. We all know that the torque stickies do the best in the impact, or better than the impact. Excuse me. There goes our stickies. There goes our stickies. It's getting sticky. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. So look, you guys, something y'all need to know a little bit about me and my personal life right now is that I'm getting ready to do a pretty like long move in terms of like distance. It's definitely the longest move that I've ever done in my life, and I'm making the drive tomorrow. Luckily, I'm a 25-year-old male just kind of doing his own thing right now, so I don't have too much stuff to like move. Essentially, I don't even have an actual dresser, but like the biggest stuff I have is just all my YouTube stuff, all my equipment, all my gear and everything like that. And I didn't hire any movers or anything. I literally just got a rental, filling it up, and I'm driving. Call it a day. Boom skis. I'm gonna deal with anybody not taking care of my stuff with actual careness. Because like, dude, look, when you hire third parties to do like whether it's moving, packaging, sending stuff, right? Obviously it's nice that you yourself don't have to worry about it, but it's what's not nice. Okay, respectfully, why does my character gotta scream so loud like that, bro? I'm not gonna go down. It's all good. But when you're hiring those movers, man, yeah, they're going to get the job done. Like, they're gonna get your stuff from point A to point B. But I have heard and been around too many homies of mine that have been scammed or just had their stuff kind of just like thrown with not that much care. Like, I remember one time in 2019, me and my buddies, we all got an apartment, and one of my buddies was moved down from quite a few states away. So what did he do? He hired some movers to move his stuff down, including his really expensive computer at the time. Oh, what? You didn't have more stickies on you? My fault, OG. And he got here and it was kind of broken. Like, part of the casing was just cracked and it was unscrewed and the screw was warped. So he literally, his PC for the rest of its lifetime was just stuck having a free open passageway to its wires, its power supply, graphics card, everything. There was no protections anymore. Then I had another buddy who just outright had his computer get smashed. I think he was able to get something out of the moving company because of it. But like, there's just too many instances and situations and stories that I've heard of or even been somewhat involved with, or it's just like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to make sure for a fact that my stuff is going to get there safe and sound my damn self. All right. I'm going to wrap my computers, my screens in a nice blanket, and I'm going to make sure they're like uber safe. I got some bubble wrap too, bro. Like, I'm not freaking having it go. I'm gonna have this video go up ideally tonight, because I'm literally 24 hours out from driving out, moving and stuff like that. So like, that's why yesterday, if you're watching this the day this video is going out, I wasn't able to post anything. I was essentially trying to just get everything packed up and be through that. Time kind of got away from me. I was trying to make a video yesterday. I was able at least to get out a short for you guys, but I kind of feel bad that I didn't get you guys a proper video. Like this week for me, it's just gonna be pretty busy. So I don't want to say I'm not gonna necessarily be all over the map. I'm just not gonna be able to get like you guys like 6 or 7 videos and a few streams. I will get you guys a stream probably on Tuesday, or not Tuesday, Thursday. Thursday, I do want to get you guys a stream, and we can get cracked to doing what we do best once I get into the new spot, the new situation. It'll be fun. Obviously, I got to drop off my my whip, my rental on Thursday as well. But like once I get home from that, we should be able to rip our first our new stream from the new setup. I might even put on a face cam. I don't know. That could be fun. I did a little bit of a spree where I put on a face cam for like videos and streams and whatnot. I don't know. It was I was kind of getting some weird comments about it, so like I kind of stopped. But like I can bring it back for a little bit if you guys are curious. I'm pretty sure at this point most people know what I look like and whatnot. There was a good chunk where I was really like kind of keep that a mystery, but like bro, come on now, bro. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have an idea of what I look like. I was doing like face cam videos and streams for like a solid month from like in like July and August. Obviously those videos are still up on the channel if you really want to see what I look like. But yeah, ski mansky. Also guys, you know, do got our Discord server, the Veiled Peace. If you guys ever want to join it, link to the Discord server will be in the description, and it'll be awesome. You're an elemental eater. That's very, very lame. Bye. I don't like elemental eaters, dude. I'll be honest. Elemental eaters are kind of just a artificial difficulty in my opinion, because like, okay, well, my build is dedicated around fire damage, for example. Why does this enemy have to be perfectly immune to fire damage? Like, that's just dumb. Some little watchman can just face tank my millions of damage because he eats it. Okay, guy. That reminds me of like Android 19 and 20 from the Android Saga and Dragon Ball Z, where they could just siphon any key blast attacks, no matter how strong they were. Just siphon. Ooh, full. Like, okay. Like, okay. Oh, like, what do you think you're doing there, bucko? Bye. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to yeah. Look at all the mobbing stickies. Mobbing stickies. I'm not saying this, like, this gun can mob really well, but like, it's definitely like more for like healthier enemies. It's a very good weapon too. Like the Queen's Rest. They always, one thing I like about Borderlands, bro, is that they always do something with like the King and Queen. Like we had the King's Call and the Queen's Call in Borderlands 3. In this game, we have the King's Gambit, which is a chess opening. E4, E5, followed by F4. Just saying. I'm a chess guy. I love me some chess. So the King's Gambit, I instantly saw this like, yo, what? Oh, what? And it's actually pretty fun on a Ricochet Rafa. You just kind of like use it as a catalyst system for your ricochets on your Peacebreaker cannons to let them just crank some good damage. You'd be surprised. It's a little bit like RNG, which in terms of like how the ricochets might come down and whatnot, but like it's actually pretty darn good and crazy what they can do. Just saying. Gotta be honest here. I have a status effect afflicted on me. Somebody help! No, I'm just kidding. Toasted, roasted, and posted. Oh yeah, got a vile enemy here with a torque sticky weapon. You know how easy that is? Yep. Oh yeah. See all those stickies? See ya. Okay, let's go actually defeat Orego right now, and then we'll obviously do a little bit of running to like a ripper. Oh, dude, I'll go to the grunts. It'll be lit. It'll be sick. Trust. Thank you very much. You didn't drop me in legendary, little turd. All right. Here's what's gonna go down. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, that's enough. Yeah, that was enough. Like, obviously, that's not, like, anything impressive, because, like, we know how torque stickies in this game work. You get any decent long mag or time extended shooting your stickies, they're gonna go bloop, and everything's gonna get toasted and roasted. All right, everybody, we are at everybody's favorite Ripper drill site, one that drops the Wombo combo. Hey, man, I gotta get my phosphine at some point now. I do love that this thing can ricochet through the Jacob's part. You can ricochet its own stickies to other enemies and stick more stickies. And then I'm telling you guys, like, this thing is really, really interesting and cool of a weapon. Like, all these projectiles that it makes through its legendary perk, it's gonna make stickies with those, dude. So you get a situation where you're just fuming with stickies, bro. Like this guy, I don't know what this guy thought he was gonna do, bro. Stickies go brrr. Stickies go brrr. Like, even this weapon's not even like a true, like, mobbing mayhem menace. It's still a very good weapon. Honestly, one thing I don't really hear too many people talk about. That's why I'm using it right now. Because for November, we gotta obviously do our updated best weapons video for November. I'll probably do that maybe in the second week of November. I don't know. There's just so much stuff going on, dude. Oh, I'm one man, man. I got so much to do, man. I try to keep in terms of like everything on my plate, I try to keep it to stuff that I can handle just by myself and whatnot, instead of like trying to overwhelm myself just because, oh, you know, I can do this, I should try this. Nah, bro. I know what I want out of this world. I'm gonna make sure I get it. Some hard work, some commitment, dedication, anything is possible. Even a phosphine KOs and a wombo combo, baby. Oh, sweet. Like, I just want to shoot my thing. I got these silly ass bosses that are just not letting me shoot my thing and do my thing. It's the ones that shoot the little mortars at me and knock me back with the explosions, bro. Like, quit being obnoxious. No one likes you. I thought you would have been way easier and way more chill, but you're one of the lamer ones too, bro. Not letting me get my true showcasing of my sticky conundrum. You know what? Look, real quick. So there's some enemies up there. It's on the impact mode. Let's go. Let's just go have some fun with it. Let's go have some fun with it. If I can make the jump. Thank you. I can make the jump. Yo, what's up, Pyros? Yeah, so actually through the impact, you can make like stickies through the impact mode. I love explosions, and that's why I like torgue weapons, because torgue weapons cause explosions. Okay, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about now. All right, here's what's gonna go down. So I have the stickies on. I just want to kind of show you guys exactly how many stickies and projectiles this thing can create on its own through its homing projectiles, because each time we hit them normally to stick them with the sticky, it's going to spawn a projectile, and when it hits a target, it has a chance to make even more stickies. Because of that, it's ricocheting over to here. So then if I go to switch the mode, just watch how long these go. Watch how long this goes for, dude. Obviously the numbers are going to be ridiculously high, but just watch. Just watch. Obviously, just look. It's actually kind of insane, because we shot an entirely different target, and this is the one that's getting bullied. All those projectiles are keep making more and more stickies, and this is why this weapon can be really freaking awesome. As you can see, look at all those, dude. It's just its own infinite torgue sticky chain. We didn't even really shoot it for that long, and it still is able to do this. This is just something that I really like about this weapon. The good old Queen's Rest, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so all the initial stickies we put on our initial target, they're done. But the one on this target, that all of these, this all started because of the ricochets. It's just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. This is because of a multitude of things. It's legendary perk. You have a Jacob's license accessory, and it's a torgue sticky pistol. You put all three of those into a nice little melting pot, and you get the Queen's Rest pistol. It's freaking fracking awesome. Watch how fast we get our action skill back too. It's a you saw that? You saw that? Yeah, man, this could legitimately just go and go and go and go. It creates its own infinite torgue sticky chain. Freaking awesome weapon, and this weapon is doing all of that essentially by itself through Royal Armory, Jacob's license accessory, and the torgue actual stickies. Once again, as far as I'm aware, the license Ripper Mag always drops on this weapon, and I will now play it out and wait for all these stickies to funnel out and flame out. And finally, after all of that, it has finally calmed down, and the storm of stickies has subsided. And as always, fellas, you know I gotta shout out our members, the homie KJ42 being a tier 3 member. My man, I appreciate you so much, brother. For real. You are an MVP. And also, shout out to the homie Pikachu, been our longest tenure member. Shout outs to you guys for supporting the channel way more than you have to. It does go far. And if you want to get your name mentioned in videos, all you got to do is become a member of the channel at the lowest tier, and you'll join our homies here. Anyways, fellas, that's going to be the last video inside of this current setup. The next time you see something from me, will be from an entirely new state. I might add in like a little room tour in the upcoming video, and the new spot, new setup. So I don't know if that'd be something you guys like to see, just like as a little minute segment of a video coming up. Appreciate y'all so much for watching the video, guys. Y'all be safe out there. Take care. I love y'all. Peace.